Homebuyers are always valuable, but that is especially the case right now. According to some of the latest data from Redfin, there are about 500,000 more home sellers right now than there are home buyers, which means that in most markets across America, things are shifting so that it is becoming a buyer's market, which is great news if you are a home buyer because it means that you are in a real position of strength. Home sellers are desperate for your attention and are competing for you to buy their house compared to their neighbors. And you should leverage that to make them compete. And here's the thing, it's not just home sellers that are competing for you, it is also buyer agents. You are extremely valuable, especially to buyer agents, because there are so few buyers in the market, and you should leverage that. Now, historically, when it's been a buyer's market, sellers offer higher amounts to buyer's agents. And that's because this old school thinking that, well, the buyer agents, they have the client, so they'll turn their client's attention to my home, and therefore I'm going to incentivize the agent. Well, that is old. We don't do that anymore because now you find your homes online through Redfin or Zillow or whatever platform you like to use best. And because of this, you could negotiate a much lower rate with a buyer agent if you choose to hire one, let's say 1%. And if a seller is offering 3% to a buyer agent, well, guess what? You get to pocket that additional 2% that the seller was willing to pay. Or better yet, you could learn to represent yourself and just eliminate the buyer agency fee altogether. Because if a seller was willing to offer, let's say 3% to a buyer agent, well, you better believe if they want to sell their house, they're going to be willing to give you that concession as a self-represented buyer on top of whatever purchase price or repairs or other things you're able to negotiate into the deal. The main thing I want for home buyers to see is just how valuable you are to transactions right now. I realize that yes, interest rates are still high. Home prices are still high. Unfortunately, those things aren't changing. But the one thing that you have going for you is that there are so many more homes for sale, and you have an incredibly strong position to negotiate from. So freaking use it. That's what I think anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments.